Welcome to this very special Unitas overview. My name is Craig Watton. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and it's my pleasure to be your host on this very special webcast. With me from the United States of America is the president of Unitas, Mr. Mark Vinciletti, and also the founder, chairman, and CEO, Mr. John Anthony Astor. This special interview will be focusing on the Unitas Prospector, benefits to business owners, networkers, and freelancers. The points that we're going to be covering are what powers any business, incoming new prospects, laser targeting for your prospective and audience effortlessly, find or be found displaying your goods or services. If you have a skill, need a skill, the U search will connect you. A world of networking awaits you, and the new resource, a leveraged additional revenue stream. What a concept, what a value. So let's cross over live to the United States. And with me right now is John Anthony Astor. And first up, let's talk about, what powers any business and incoming new prospects and how the Unitas platform is going to benefit you with your business. Welcome, John.
Oh, thank you very much, Craig. I appreciate it and great to be here today. I'll tell you, Mark and I have both owned many companies in our lifetimes, and we've both been entrepreneurs. And the absolute most important thing, I think, that generates the engine for any business is the power of business, the incoming new prospects. And so when we think about that, we see all the advertising dollars, we see people that have sales forces. It's just the biggest engine that's part of fueling any company. What we've done in conceiving Unitas, not only is it a social platform, which we'll talk a lot more about, but we're also very concentrating in the business perspective also. So in reality, we have a platform that you can laser target and get additional prospects. It becomes an additional marketing tool. And what a concept for, literally from $10 a month to $75 a month total subscription fee. And that's just one of the many features that goes with the Unitas UWorld community platform. So it's a great place to get prospects you've never met, you've never seen, you could never really get in any other format of any type of advertising venue. And Mark, you and I, we've discussed and crafted this. I mean, you've been a businessman. As you see Unitas, what do you see about the value from how we can attract business people to get prospects right away, instantaneously?
Well, certainly, John, the ability to target your market is of premium importance. Until you have a prospect to talk to, just nothing happens in business. And you can lay all the groundwork, you can have great products, great services, but you really need to get focused down to that individual that is going to have a potential interest in your business. And that's really where Unitas shines. Our ability to do searches geographically, demographically, across the entire spectrum of the human population, and really narrow down to exactly who you need to talk to build your business.
Absolutely. We call it the business prospect search engine of the world. So it's just a lot of fun. And Craig, what more can we say? The best thing for an individual to do is just get into the platform, see how you can find whether it's a golf interest, whether it's someone that's a female, a male, by age groups, by interest, passions. We have the most comprehensive you profiling available that you can control the filtering. So I don't know, Craig, we're just so excited to be starting to promote this and let the world of business owners know what we can offer them.
Thanks, John. It's certainly incredibly exciting to be involved with Unitas. There's a lot of people around the world that are talking about Unitas. Business people are talking about the ability to be able to target their prospective audience effortlessly, which brings us to our second point about laser targeting your prospective audience effortlessly, and how Unitas is enabling business people and home-based business people to reach the people that they want to through the Unitas platform.
Yes, we just started to touch on that actually, but with so many data points from people, usually when you go to advertising sources, you have a couple choices. If you do generic, then you basically are just throwing a bunch of darts against the wall and hope that a percentage of them stick and you're getting a good return on your advertising dollars. Then you've got other ways that you can do what's called filtering and targeting. They become highly expensive. The more niche targeted your prospective advertising venue is, the more the cost is. So again, we're allowing businesses to come into our platform and search the world of human beings based on their filtering. There is no additional cost for filtering. You can filter 10 different filters, 20, it doesn't matter. If you just want to talk to one person in the state of California that's a male, that's 35 years of age, that has blue eyes, blonde hair, dark hair, whatever, and plays golf, and he's over 6 feet tall, Unitas can effortlessly find that individual if they exist in the world and they've created a U profile. Amazing stuff, Craig, and we're looking forward to getting the accolades from people of what a value from an advertising perspective. And Mark, you've been instrumental in the technology in terms of building out this search engine, which is proprietary to Unitas. I mean, maybe there's some things I might have missed in adding how valuable that is and how quick we can do these searches.
Well, that's really the key to it, John, is the speed that we're able to filter down to get down to the exact demographic, the exact people that you want to talk to and that you want to target for your business. In just a matter of seconds, we can search through hundreds of thousands, soon to be millions of records of profile data that people have entered about themselves, and you as the business owner can just drill down to your heart's content as many times as you want. You can drill down all day and come up with all kinds of different cuts and sorts of your data, and it really is pretty an amazing accomplishment from a technology standpoint, and it's right there at your fingertips.
Absolutely, and we're very proud of our team. We've got some brilliant technologists that have helped us build this, and the accolades that we're getting has just been really overwhelming. But I think you hit on it, and the thing about Unitas is it's all about productivity, not activity. Can you imagine an individual that's going to a list broker and is wrestling around with filtering and this and that, going back, getting quotes? Is this really justification? The quality of the leads. I mean, I have personally spent millions and millions of dollars in advertising. I'm here to tell you it is an art, and it's hard to get a good return on your investment. With Unitas, we can be proud that for a subscription to a business owner from $10 to $75 a month, depending on the feature sets that they have unlimited searches. And because our profiles are growing on a daily basis, the cost of their business to their business doesn't go up every day, but they could have new prospects every day that they couldn't find yesterday. So, Craig, again, we're just looking forward to the businesses of the world to really take advantage of this platform.
Thanks, John. We hear a lot of people already, making the statement that Unitas is the search engine of the world. People are now uniting, the profiles are being found, and for businesses, their products and services are also easy to find on the Unitas platform. So, if you want to find something, or you want to be found, or you're displaying your goods and your services of your business, how will Unitas work in a global scale to be able to reach businesses and people, connecting through the platform as the platform continues to grow and expand, as we're already seeing?
Well, yeah, a great statement. And the beautiful thing about Unitas is really our culture and our concept. And what I mean by that is that it is really the people's business. It's been developed by people for the development on a global basis by people for their enrichment and benefit in life. And that's why our trade slogan, empowering the human spirit, that means something very different to a consumer or to a businessman, but everyone is really driven by what drives their spirit. But to answer that question, we're really in V1 right now, and reality is version 1. As time goes and we have development, you're going to see a lot more rollouts of technology. They're going to become more and more sophisticated for people to actually share their wares and goods and services right within their integration profile. What we're seeing is people are being very creative about how they do it now. They're putting in their descriptions in their profiles. They're putting in actually their career U-pics, which their pictures. They're actually putting pictures of their products. They're describing their services, and as people are looking for things or stumbling upon them, all of a sudden there's a connection. But I will tell you this is just version 1 or version V.1. We've got a lot more coming, and I will guarantee you that the sophistication of how you can basically create this storefront for your goods and services, again, doesn't have to be the only thing you're doing in the world. It could just be an add-on, and I keep going back to the value, Craig. $10 to $75 a month for all of these different assets, and we haven't even gotten into the whole personal, which we won't go into in this call together. But there's a whole other side that will embellish any business owner's point of view from a social or personal basis. So it's just really a huge value for just a little bit of investment of money. So it's really affordable to a startup to a very large corporation. And Mark, I mean, you may want to touch on some of the things but we've talked a lot about the type of technology that we'll be building, but from a sophistication point of view, I can see all sorts of secondary opportunities for the business owner to describe their products and wares in a more eloquent way associated with their profile. What do you think?
Well, I can just tell a little story from today, and I won't go into the particulars, but I was sent a email by someone within the system that had read my profile, and that person thought that I might have an interest in a particular product, and they sent me a email. And I actually might be doing business with that person. So not only from the find or be, when we talk about find or be found, in this case, I was found by someone, and they had targeted something specifically for me. So not only from the business standpoint, but the individual standpoint being on the other end, you might end up finding a lot of real value from vendors that are out there sharing things that you might have an interest in because I put that in my particular profile. So both ends of the spectrum benefit from Unitas, which is pretty unique.
I want to just touch on that for a minute, Craig and Mark. I mean, think for a minute. Let's just say that you're a veterinarian engineer or a veterinarian med doctor or what have you, and you've just come up with just the most amazing cat food in the world. Okay, we're just going to use this as an example. And what do you have as an opportunity? Well, you can certainly go to your current base of people, but that's limited in your practice. You can go into pet magazines, or what I call niche media, that caters to those types of audience. You can go into a cable network that maybe caters to pet shows or home-based shows. Or you can go into generic, and there's some other areas, but let's face it, no matter where you place those advertising dollars, which is highly expensive in all of those, a huge percentage of your dollars is being wasted because you never get 100% penetration of the so-called audience that's on that network or readership of that particular magazine. With Unitas, watch how simple this is. You go in to your U-Search component within the UWorld community. You basically just do one criteria. Under pets, you say cat. So you enter in cat as your only search criteria. You don't care where in the world that cat lover is because you can ship product anywhere in the world. You push a button. You instantly get cat lovers all over the world. You instantly have prospects. You instantly have the ability to either just tap them quickly with a notification or to send basically an email that you could conceive, develop, and then just copy and paste in all of those people. Wow. I mean, how's that for productivity, efficiency, and a great return on your investment, Craig?
It's absolutely phenomenal value. People are talking around the world about the power of Unitas and the value that it represents at all of the packages, right from even the free package up to the U Pro package. Google is the search engine of information, YouTube is the search engine for video, and Unitas is the search engine for people. So, if you have a skill and, you're looking for someone to find you, or if you need a skill, or you're running a business and you're looking for a certain type of person that has certain qualifications, the U-Search facility in the Unitas platform is an incredibly powerful search engine that will search the Unitas database for you to find the people that you need to unite with, whether you're looking for someone that has skills or you trying to sell your skills to somebody else. So, tell us, John, about the power of the U-Search facility and how you see that functioning, particularly as Unitas becomes stronger and stronger, reaching the masses.
Absolutely. Well, again, this entire segment is talking about the prospector and business owners, but just for a second, I just want to mention you've talked a lot about the whole you search and searching the human beings of the world, and we are definitely doing that. And we have combined social, career, and leisure, but in particular, when you think of what the trends are in the world, there is a lot of companies that are bringing people home because they can be much more efficient, they're much more green friendly, they can reduce their overhead, they can reduce their energy consumption, and what they find is employees are much, much happier in general working from home, and they'll actually accept a lower wage for doing so. JetBlue is a company that was founded on that entire concept as a case study, and it's been very successful. That's an American airline company. Now, when we think about what's going on in the world today, we have become a global workforce. Would you guys both agree with that? When you look at companies out there, there are huge membership networks and paid membership opportunities, which I won't mention all the names, but I'll mention a few like Guru and Odesk and Freelancer. These are entities or engines that are basically connecting people that have individual projects or contract projects with people with skill. Well, guess what? Unitas is going to effortlessly do all the above in the same way. So the key is when you're creating your U profile is if you are a contractor, let the world know that. If you have skills in web development, if you have skills that you're a copywriter or you're a proofreader or you're a ghostwriter or anything that can be done on a virtual basis. I don't think we can flip pizza pies, but I mean anything that we can do on a virtual basis, you have an entire world of people to utilize as a database of prospective contractors. And then if I am the contractor, I'm looking for work, all I have to do is put detailed information about what I'm interested in doing, what my skills are, maybe have some additional visuals on my portfolio, and then the world just effortlessly finds me. So think about that from a guy that's looking for work. So he's not an employer, he's not a business owner, he's a freelancer. For $10 to $75 a month, basically he can be found by anybody in the world that might have a need for his services. And by the way, we're already seeing that take place. Mark just mentioned one. There are people connecting. Unitas is about high speed connectivity. That's the thing. So, Mark, that was a great example, but Craig, I mean, back to you, and hopefully that gives you some great information to get excited about too.
Fantastic. The networkers around the world just love Unitas. Every day, more and more people are joining Unitas. Literally, over 100 countries Unitas is currently in. There is hundreds of people joining Unitas, if not thousands of people that are already coming into the Unitas platform. So tell us a little bit about, the global picture and, a world of networking that awaits you with Unitas.
Well, as we touched on the whole aspect, that we wanted to look at the entire world of human beings that had internet connectivity. It's about 2.3 billion. It's growing at a faster exponential rate than just about any other number other than our consumption of energy maybe in the world. So if you want to touch all the people in the world, then you have to offer them all what's important to them. So we knew that we wanted to tie together all aspects of your personal life, regardless of what it is. So again, we keep coming back to the aspects that we are basically a social network. We define your social life with you, whether you're interested in dating or you're married or you're couples, what have you. We focus on a person's career, their profession, their business, because we all have that's a huge part of our lives. And then the last is what we call the leisure or luxury time or the free time. We have an extensive profiling analysis on that, which goes into our integrated search engine also. So it really just means this, and I'll give you an example. You can come on Unitas today. You can say, I'm looking for a female. I'm looking for someone with blue eyes, blonde hair. I'm looking for someone who lives in Italy. I'm looking for someone who reads, Ernest Hemingway books. And I'm looking for someone that basically likes to go kayaking. Now, Will you find that person instantly? Maybe so. But as the world populates their profile on Unitas, we will be able to find your exact like opposite or exact like exact same. It really doesn't matter. When it comes to the world of business, the business is all about your list. It's about your networking capabilities. It's about your breadth of contacts and vendors and people that support your business. So how would you like to just have a world of network of people with a culture of connectivity is what they're interested in. So, Mark, you've traveled the world. You understand world networking. I mean, how do you see the power of this over the years to come?
Well, certainly as the network builds out and gets more mature and larger, as you said, John, we'll be able to find anyone and everyone around the world with any given set of search criteria. And one of the things that we may want to touch on as well is that all this stuff is kept private. So your list of people that you're talking to and communicating with is not broadcast out for the world to see. I think that's a really important point for business people, because some various aspects of social networking don't really lend themselves to that very well. And as your organization grows and as your sphere of influence grows around the world, all that's kept private. You can communicate with those people at will, anytime, as many times as you want. It's a tremendous value, and as we said before, it's all included for one price.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Craig, it's just really the possibilities are endless. The as you can just think as far as you want to go. But I know we're coming on the hour, so I know we've got to wrap this up fairly soon. But you have, I think, maybe one or two more points you want to go over.
Well, John, I guess one of the points that's dear to me, and I'm sure a lot of people out there, is the fact that Unitas offers an incredible income opportunity. It's a brand new platform. It's a new resource. It's a leveraged additional revenue stream. What a concept, what a value. And people around the world are really embracing the whole Unitas concept. There's people making a lot of money with the Unitas concept already. It's been talked about worldwide. You simply can't go to a search engine like Google or YouTube, type in Unitas, and not find a lot of people talking positively about Unitas and the future that they have from a business opportunity perspective by being part of Unitas. So from your perspective, as the founder of Unitas, and it's your creation, where do you see this in the future, and what type of income levels do you expect people to be earning, and the lifestyle they're going to have will be just absolutely phenomenal?
Well, there's so much to it, and it's a loaded question. But first, from a business person, number one, what a business person looks at is what is my return on investment, in terms of my time investment, my capitalization investment. So we put together a highly robust platform, a highly robust resource and tool for any business. You could be a pizza shop that just wants to build your list within a 5-mile radius of your home or your place of business. You could be someone that's just entering into one country and you've got no prospects, and we can give you hundreds instantly. So it's a resource that is just limitless in its power, but it's limited in its cost, which means that there's no business out there that can't see this as a great value. Now that's the one side, so we're trying to give a great return on the investment from a usage benefit. Now on the other side, there's a revenue model, which you've just touched on, because we are structured on a direct selling model, which simply means that we're not funded by Wall Street. We're not corporately or venture backed. We are a company that is backed by the people on the world that unite within Unitas and help us build this business. So a very substantial portion of all revenue generated goes to the people that help share the Unitas message and to help build a localized business for themselves. We call these people international social advisors. What a hip thing to say. So any business owner can align themselves with the business, and not only can they get a good return on their cost of business within Unitas, but if they choose to, they can become an international advisor, social advisor, and they can create additional revenue streams with their spheres of influence, with not only their prospects, their customers, their employees, their vendors. And we have examples of people that have 100 people in their companies, and they're just basically signing them all up as uniters to help them become more independently wealthy within the structure of the organization. So that, we've done it with nonprofits. I mean, it's just endless. I mean, I could go on all night, Craig, but I know we've come to the top of the hour. But I could just, go on. Mark, am I missing anything before we say goodnight to this wonderful host tonight?
No, I think we've covered a lot of information here, John. Certainly from the business owner's perspective, Unitas is a home run. And we've done a lot of great things to pull things together for them, not only from an opportunity to expand their business, but to create additional revenue streams. Folks, check it out. There's a lot of good stuff there to see.
Thanks, Mark. John, Mark, it's been, as usual, absolutely sensational to have you with me, hosting this very special webcast. And I'm sure that the people around the world that are looking at Unitas and want to know more about Unitas certainly appreciate you taking the time to share these points with them. So we look forward to also continuing to be part of the incredible, spectacular success that Unitas is becoming and is destined to become even greater, and look forward to being with you on the future webcasts.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you for your time.